Kwe, Wemiliagwaj Nidep.
Naui Kopa, Nadijnakas, Makwadodam, Nimkidodam.
Indigenous History Month is officially underway, and First Nations in Canada are inviting us to explore this critical part of our country's heritage. We're also being reminded of something that may seem obvious, but is sometimes overlooked, that you don't have to travel far and wide to come face to face with Indigenous history or culture, and that there are probably great opportunities to do that right near your house.
This is our Indigenous Unity Garden here in Thorold, and it's in the shape of a turtle, and because a lot of creation stories, they talk about the earth, Mother Earth, basically being built on a turtle's shell. And we've just started the head here. We have our sacred medicines that we just planted.
What's all this in the center here?
Earlier we had 60 students come in, and we use this as an outdoor classroom, land-based teaching. So if we enter here into the eastern door, and the eastern door represents the springtime, which is what we're in right now currently. And then we'd have kids sit around or all the way around, and we would actually start with our smudging. And in here we have our sacred medicines.
This particular garden, part of a growing network across the escarpment.
Our ancestors used to walk along the trail, which was right along here. So our ancestors would walk the trail that would go all the way up to Tobermory, and this is part of the trail.
As more gardens are added along that trail, the goal is that the history of the route and the people who walked it will be reactivated across the landscape.
So hopefully we'll have from one garden to another a trail all the way up to Tobermory.
She says pieces of Indigenous history and culture like this are actually common and may have been across the street from you for years. And adds a quick peek in your favorite search engine will likely reveal more, in addition to historic sites, museums, and art galleries, likely minutes from your home.
We want to invite you to come and learn a little bit more about our culture, our traditions, our stories, so that you can understand who we are.
We're here and we are thriving with our traditional teachings in this modern day society.
Audra, also present for Thursday's class in the park, says learning about Indigenous culture doesn't mean you have to give up your own, telling us there's a lot of shared universal values we're likely to find familiar.
I think that a lot of our teachings within our culture span across just being a human being. You know, those basic fundamental values that make up a good society, a good community.
Both women expressing optimism for culture in Canada.
We welcome people when they came in first time, the newcomers, the Westerners, and we still want to walk with you.
In Thorold, David Zura, City News.